Hello and welcome everyone to another CloneCreatesClassics video. Apologize about last week and the week before. The week before, the video was delayed. This week's video has also been delayed because I was busy. And last week I didn't have the time to produce another video. But we have a new Clone Army Customs drop to discuss, and there was a sale. Although I think the sale is now over. Yeah, it's over already. So unfortunately, that's over already, which kind of blows, but it's fine. And I also didn't realize it was 15% off. I should have bought some stuff during that time, but it's fine. If you like what you see, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. And if you want to get up-to-date news on Clone Army Customs things, join the Discord. There's a link to it in the description below. But let's get right into it. So this drop literally only consists of 5 things. I don't know if it's been mentioned on other people's videos, but there was supposed to be another figure, but the printing company that CAC uses to print onto the molds, they made a mistake, so that figure was not released. So we have Commander Wolf, a Stormtrooper, 2 Sun Visors, and a squad pack. So since there's only 5, I'm going to spend a little bit more time going into detail with these guys. So this is the new realistic Wolf that you can get from Clone Army Customs. It's in sand blue. Like it says here, it now features the new RP2 body. Everything about this is pretty good. I think the only thing that's still inaccurate is I believe these antennae, the rangefinders, are the animated style. And that's just because CAC does not make the realistic antenna. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below if I goofed that. The other thing I think that's incorrect is, at least in this image, which I'll enhance and zoom in, is I do not think Wolf actually has the Wolfpack symbol on his comma. Let me quickly open up another Chrome browser real quick. Probably should have Googled this beforehand, but it's fine. Commander Wolf, images, let's see. Yeah, as far as I can tell, he does not have that on his waistcape. Instead, there actually should be the print for his pistol holders instead. But this is interesting. What I would probably end up doing with it is give this to a different, unnamed, unique Wolfpack trooper to make them more special. Maybe like the Heavy or something that you can get from CAC. Another thing I'm noticing is the detail on this, on the back portion of the backpack, or the belt, I mean. I don't know why I said backpack. Let's see, can I find an image of the back of Wolf? Okay, this is probably gonna have to do. This is not an official image. Okay, as far as I can tell in this image, that is inaccurate, I think. This right attachment on the backpack should look exactly like the left, but it doesn't. It has these like 2 little knobs on it, so that's inaccurate. As far as I can tell on everything else, that's about it for the inaccuracies. Yeah, because these black markings here are to represent the black underlined suit that the clones wear, and this is his elbow pad, so that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's it for Wolf, which is pretty cool. I guess he's 32 now. So let's move on to the next one. I have some interesting news about the Stormtrooper helmets. So now we have the, I'm gonna butcher this because this is one of those words that my tongue refuses to say properly, the Motar Trooper from the Mandalorian season 1? No, season 2. These are the guys that attack Din Djarin and Grogu on that one Jedi planet, and then Boba Fett comes in and just annihilates them all. So if you want to upgrade your Stormtroopers to use the CAC mold, you can. I personally am not a huge fan of this mold, specifically because of the inline air tanks, or tubes, I think that's what these are, and they look pretty bulky. I personally have gotten a decaled realistic Motar Trooper from somebody that fulfills my need for these guys, so I will personally never buy this helmet, but if you want to, and you actually like this mold, there's available. News about this helmet is this is the last time that this mold will be used. The next time CC makes a Stormtrooper, it'll be using a new mold, so look out for that in the future for whenever that actually releases. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I think as far as the details are concerned, let me pull up another Google link real quick. Okay, as far as I can tell, this technically isn't supposed to be yellow. It should be more orange. So I think a better color would be bright light orange, which I think is the color that Lego used. No, Lego just used yellow. Okay, yeah, it should be should be more orange if you rewatch the show. I just found a screenshot of something. Oh. And I guess I actually need to upgrade mine. This is a side note. I need to upgrade mine because I forgot this guy has a backpack. And I guess I need to give him an actual motar to use. So that'd be cool. Other details that are incorrect. I think that's it. Besides just the issues that the mold itself offers. The nice thing about the CC helmets though is they have the holes in the quote-unquote ears. So you can add attachments like sun visors or rangefinders. So you can have more unique stormtroopers, which is pretty nice. Okay, that's it for the stormtrooper. The next two are both phase 1 detailed visors, which is the first time that this has ever happened, which is fantastic. Oh, and I guess CAC updated the list. So if these visors don't just work for CAC's phase 1 helmets, they also work on the Commando helmets, the Old Republic helmets, the ARC Trooper helmets, which are the old ones, not the realistic ones. It works on both versions of the phase 1 helmets that CAC makes because they're the same mold. And these also work on the Lego helmets, the official ones. So if you want to give, say, the new Commander Fox figure that comes in the Coruscant Guard gunship, you can now upgrade his sun visor from just that blank black one to this one, which is pretty nice. The only thing that I feel like is missing on these is there's another sun visor that CC makes that has the antenna and the light that like Commander Cody wears. I wish there was a version of that mold for the phase 1 helmets so that I also could have specifically used them for Lego ones too. As of right now, like you can see, we have this black with white detail, and I believe the other one was dark gray with white detail. So these are fantastic for upgrading your official Lego clones that have slightly more detail on their things. One issue that these also have is technically where the sun visors is supposed to click into should be, I guess, slightly above in this little ridge in the helmet. That way you can also include the additional helmet accessories that clones can wear. Like Cody has an additional antenna that he wears on his left ear, and with the way that at least these phase 1 helmets are built, you cannot add that. The phase 2 ones work well with that attachment, which I think AV makes, AV figures, because the phase 2 helmets actually click into the ridges, so they don't go into the holes. That's one of the major differences that's between the phase 1 and phase 2 style sun visors that CC makes, and honestly I prefer the phase 2 for that specifically. It can be a little bit more loose of a connection. The phase 2 sun visors that I personally own like to fall out sometimes if you play a little too rough with your figure, but it allows for all of the more accurate details, which is what I'm going for, so that's all that I care about. But these are really nice. I honestly, could you imagine if this visor specifically came in that 2008 Clone Trooper battle pack that was with 3 plain animated clone troopers and the clone gunner and the double-seater ATRT? Could you imagine if that clone commander that just had all the extra armor just had one of these? Or I guess specifically the black one, because that set came with the black clone armor. Could you imagine if they had these instead? It would be fantastic. All right, and then lastly for the drop, we just have the squad pack, because it looks like CC just used the new RP2B Wolf Trooper body for the other 3 from what I can remember, and then obviously there's Wolf here. For a second I was gonna say they use all Wolf, but then I realized that the Sam Blue markings are different for Wolf compared to his troopers. So, and as you can see here, they also use the commas that have the Wolf print pack, so they're still slightly inaccurate, but that's fine. Basically every trooper shown here is inaccurate except for Wolf, because the other 3 have never appeared in any Star Wars media, specifically as Airborns and Heavies. Obviously Comet has appeared before, just not as a Airborne. Although I do think for some of the episodes we do see phase 2 Wolf, they should have been Airborns. Airborns need to be in way more media than they ever are. Same with Heavies. These are like the 2 helmet designs that are just like left behind in every media, which is so silly, because Airborns are perfect for any time you have to have a Republic gunship or a group of Republic gunship. Just drop a bunch of troopers somewhere, because in episode 3 on Utapau they use the strings or the ropes to get out of the gunship. So these guys are perfect. Plus, and honestly what should be even better for the Airborns is they should be the jetpack troopers. That would make way more sense for the airborne trooper to be airborne with a jetpack. But I digress. You can get this for 114, which I believe is actually a deal, because each figure alone is, well, actually we just saw Wolf, right? Wolf is 32, so if you just take that and times it by 4, because I think the other figures are roughly the same price. when they're standalone. That'd be 128 bucks. So the squad packs are worth it if these are the troopers you specifically want, since you can't actually change out the troopers. Well, I guess in this case you can, since they use just the wolf trooper bodies. You can switch out the airborns and the heavies for just wolf pack. I guess this means you're not allowed to have macros, or it's just telling me that since I didn't update it correctly. Okay, it's because I didn't update it correctly. I wish this oh, okay, the elite set. You can only use the elite set or nothing. Oh, okay, that's I think an issue with the website, but that's fine. But yeah, in terms of other news that specifically link to this drop, at some point the unreleased figure will be released. We just have to wait on the printing company to take care of that, and I'm unsure when the next drop is going to happen, but I want to say, because of how the drops have been recently, this was at the beginning of June, this was at the end-ish June, this is at the semi-beginning of August, so we potentially are getting another one towards the end of August, which is perfectly fine for me. Pretty nice stuff. That's it for this drop. I don't know how I've made it so this video is longer than 8 minutes, but it's going to be impressive. I've been CloneCreatesClassics as always. Thank you for watching this video. I promise at some point I will make videos that are not just CloneArmyCustoms, specifically drop reviews. I will make other videos at some point, so be expecting those. I'll be making more YouTube shorts. Most of them are probably just going to be drop lists, so you can actually keep in mind when things were released and when they weren't. Remember, every clone has its roots in the original, and I will all see you in the next video. Bye-bye.